Good morning, students. This is Ashara teacher from St. Thomas Bethany Convent School. And today we are going to learn the marginal questions and the English workshop of 3 Vision of India. And I hope you have understood the lesson, so it will be easy to write the question answer. But still I am giving because these answers are little bit hard in point of view of the students, so that I am giving the question answer of this lesson. So let's start with the first question. Okay, so marginal questions and answer we'll see first. So what will be the first marginal question? What helped Dr. Kalam fix the 3 vision for India? So answer is Dr. Kalam fixed the 3 vision for India based on the achievements and progress he had witnessed in the history of the nation and during his own career as a missile scientist. Then next question is, how should we handle our freedom? Because I have explained while explaining the lesson that we have got freedom after the 150 years of British rule, and so that we have to respect the freedom of others and ourselves. So the answer is we should protect and nurture our freedom and build on it. Then next, that is the third question, what are the drawbacks of Indians? So there are so many drawbacks, and because of that we cannot convert it easily into developed India. So first drawback is we Indians fail to recognize our strength and our achievements. We have so many amazing stories, but we refuse to acknowledge them. Third, there are millions of achievements of us Indian, but main drawback is that our media is upset with the bad news and the failure stories and the disaster. Then next question is, what are the characteristics of developed nation? So basically the characteristic of developed nation should have the following characteristics. 1. Nations where poverty levels are falling and achievements are being globally recognized. Self-reliant and self-assured. Military power and economic power are strong. GDP rate is high. So these are some characteristics of the developed nation like USA. Then next is, now we're going to solve the English workshop of this lesson. So first question is, complete Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's profile with information picked from the lesson. So first we'll see the Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's profile. So it is like a fact file. So first title, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Next is the profession, that is missile scientist. Then branch of science, that is physics and aerospace engineering. Then important position in government held, that is 11th President of India. Then next is his 3 vision for India is that freedom, development and standing up to the rest of the world. I have already explained why these 3 vision he have explained in this lesson. Now we'll go further. The second question, that is using the dictionary, note down the main differences between the following. So first we'll see the developed nation and the developing nation. So first is different is that the nation which are independent and prosperous are known as developed nation. Then second is the nation which are facing the beginning of industrialization are called the developing nation. Then second, that is developed countries have high per capita income and GDP. In developing countries, per capita income and GDP is low. Then third one, in developed countries, the literacy rate is high, and in developing countries, illiteracy rate is high. Then good infrastructure and better environment in terms of health and safety. Good infrastructure and better environment is absent in developing countries. Then developed countries generate revenue from the industrial sector. Developing countries generate revenue from the service sector. The standard of living of people is high and the standard of living of people is moderate. Resources are effectively and efficiently utilized in the developed nation, while in the developing countries, proper utilization of resources is not done. Birth rate and death rate are low in the developed country, but in the developing nation, birth rate and death rate are high. So this is the first difference. Then we'll see the next one, that is self-reliant and self-assured. So self-reliant means depending on yourself and not relying on someone else for help. Self-assured means showing confidence in what you are sure for your own abilities. Then our strength and achievements, the state or quality of being strong, it is the capacity to resist strain or stress. It is the ability to deal with a difficult situation or to maintain a moral or intellectual position. Then our achievements are different from the strength. And achievements is something which someone has succeeded in doing, especially after a lot of effort, skill, or courage. Then firm and granary. So firms are basically in an area of a land that is devoted primarily to agriculture process with the objective of producing food and other crop. Then granary, it is a storehouse or a room in a barn for treasured grain or the animal to feed. Then, what are the remote sensing technology or satellite or natural satellite? The first is the term remote sensing generally refers to the use of satellites or aircraft based sensor technologies to detect and classify the object on Earth, including on the surface and the atmosphere and ocean based on the propagated signals. And a natural satellite is any celestial body in space that orbits around a larger body. Moons are called natural satellite in this way. So now we'll see the next question. The next question is, find the evidence from the lesson and write in your own words. So first question for that, India respect the freedom of others. The answer is, though people from all over the world have come and invaded us, capture our land and conquer our minds, Indians have not conquered anyone, nor have they grabbed their land, their culture and their history, not tried to force our life on them, because Indians respected the freedom of others. Then next, it is time to see our nation as a developed nation. India is among the top 5 nations of the world in terms of gross domestic product, that is GDP. We have 10% growth rate in most areas. Our achievements are being globally recognized now. So now it is time to see that we could become a developed nation. The next question is, we Indians are obsessed with the foreign things. The answer is, we Indians are obsessed with the foreign things like shirts, we want foreign TVs, we want foreign technology, we are obsessed with the everything foreign. The next is, in Israel, the media have a positive outlook and self-respect. So, in Israel, after a lot of attack, bombardments and death had taken place, the front page of the newspaper had the picture of a Jewish gentleman who in 5 years had transformed his desert land an orchard farm and granary. The gory details of killing, bombardments, and death were buried among the news inside the newspaper. So, glory means all the sadness, all the death news are buried inside the newspapers. The next question is, India had many amazing success stories. So, India is the second largest producer of the wheat in the world and second largest producer of rice. India is the first in milk production and number one in remote sensing satellite. Tribal villages are transferred into a self-sustaining and self-deriving units. So, I think all of you have understood the English workshop and the marginal question which we have discussed in this video. The remaining question answer, which is just of 1 or 2 lines question answer, that we will discuss in the WhatsApp conversation. And even though I'll provide the PDF of all those discussed question answer to you so that you can write it down in your notebook. So it will be the homework for you to write all the question answers of the English workshop and the marginal questions also in the notebook and solve the workbook. I hope all of you have understood whatever I have explained now. Thank you, students. Thank you very much for listening and grasping the video.